Chapter 17. Pyrrha's immense skill and perfection at everything she does literally allowed her to speak coherently while simultaneously choking masterfully on John's very fine undead penis. And just for clarification, when her impressive feat of necrophilic fellatio and the holding of an understandable conversation occurred and was described with the adjective literally, the adjective did of course mean devoid of exaggeration, and that she was indeed physically performing such action. Quite a common mistake would be to assume that literally would actually be used to describe something figuratively, but such is not the case in this particular fanfiction. The writer takes deep pride in his mastery of the English language and fervently prays that those schmucks who would dare sully the common tongue of the most superior country in the world with such backward communication would see the error of their ways, and with great haste celebrate Darwin's favorite holiday, Go Jump Off a Cliff Day, observed on May 11th exclusively by a select population who do not appear to have received an education and are given access to modern technology, such as the adolescence of eager copulation, or in contemporary terms, thirsty fuckboys, and those who use the term endearment, bae, completely unironically. The rules of this holiday are constantly changing. The latest clause states that those whose libido outweighs their common sense must purchase one entire pizza for the object of their lust, who will then consume it and give nothing in return, before proceeding with the time-honored tradition of sauntering off the steep end of a large geological formation and allowing gravity to take over. "I didn't know if having sex with the dead could feel this good," Pyrrha moaned while inhaling the Jean Dong, as if she were in a terrible hentai with even more terrible English voice actors. She did not appear to recall that she was finally supposed to die horribly at the hands of Nora Valkyrie.
"For some reason lately, screwing dead people makes me feel more educated and knowledgeable. I think I absorbed their IQ through their flesh into my vagina,"
Nora observed, as she literally stimulated her juicy pink slit with the rim of Roman's bowler hat, whilst rubbing the criminal corpse cock with her right foot. And when Nora's bizarre sexual shenanigans were described with the word literally, it clearly meant... oh, please forget it. There is a time and place for everything, and obviously enough time has been wasted on the proper use of adjectives that could have been used to describe in delicious detail the estrogen-enhanced escapades of the necrophiliac Nora. Speaking of which, the ginger fuck was currently engaged in sewing Jean and Roman together via their spines. When they stood up, a brilliant waterfall gushed in between the Valkyrie's legs as she witnessed the unholy abomination. But it was fine because Ren was more than happy to lap up her arousal with his squinty-eyed face. Oh. Then Nora started laughing because it was actually John standing up by himself, as Roman's legs and part of his pelvis had shattered long ago, so it actually looked like a naked John wearing a strange backpack that happened to be bleeding at the bottom, yet boasting a very erect boner despite the constant blood loss. For some strange reason, Jean started worrying about where his sword and shield/sheath was, and began to panic, but then Pyrrha bent over so that Jean could use her sheath instead. And he did. He inserted his sword, and it felt good for both of them. Pyrrha was not grotesquely injured because, in this context, the word sword was used as a really forced euphemism for Jean's member. Nora capitalized on Roman's current position attached to Jean's back and leaped on top of him, drilling the cane in between where his legs should have been, deep through the opening in his rear end. But before Roman could thoroughly enjoy digging into his slice of ass cake, the combined weight of both of them crushed Jean into bone splinters and heaps of turkey before the momentum of the fall destroyed Roman's body.
"Aw shit! Don't worry, Pyrrha. I know what will cheer you up,"
Nora shouted in an attempt to console her weeping friend.
"Check it out! It's the Wi-Fi dildo!" The what?"
Pyrrha questioned.
"It's a special dildo that connects to the internet and makes you come with the power of dank memes,"
Nora explained enthusiastically as she inserted it into the tournament champion cunt. The little screen on the dildo immediately began flashing error messages as its wireless capability slowly died. Pyrrha, in her state of emotional distress, had lost control of her semblance, and the magnetism completely fucked the miniature computer.
"Pyrrha, the fuck are you doing to the internet?"
Nora seethed.
"Calm your tits, girl."
But Pyrrha's memories would not calm down, and neither would the rest of her. The dildo self-destructed. In a fit of rage, Nora punched Pyrrha in the face until she died, and then mashed her body into muck with a milk churn. She poured the revolting mixture into Blake's litter box, and spent the night in a filthy motel, where she had equally filthy sex with Ren, with another dildo that she connected to the complimentary Wi-Fi. To be continued. Lord have fucking mercy.